Hey, welcome. It's Great Tuesday, and I hope it's one that blesses your life. And maybe if I run into you, you can bless my life too. Hey, glad you're with me today. But we got something good to say today. I was thinking about an event in the life of Jesus' ministry, probably one of the toughest hours of his ministry. John chapter 6, Jesus had performed a great miracle. He had fed thousands of people with a small amount of food. He had gone through some other events, slipped away from people, prayed. His disciples had been stuck on the water in a boat. He had walked to them on the water and several events there. Ultimately, had made his way to another shore. People found him there and pressed him, and he taught them pretty directly. He taught them some pretty strong stuff. And in the end, when they felt like they were challenged by what he had to say, it says many of them walked away, followed him no more. And then one of the tough things, and that's what I wanted to get to, was when he turned to those close followers, those close disciples, those men that he had called to follow after him. When he turned to them, he said, will you also go away? Do you also want to go away? Well, if you don't love Simon Peter, there's something wrong with you, I think. Simon Peter responds to him, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of life. Verse 68 and verse 69, we've come to believe that you are the Christ. We've come to know, that's our belief, that you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. What a great statement. In other words, Lord, who are we going to go to that's got what you've got? Who's going to do for us what you can do? Who's going to share with us what you share? I think that's important to think about. In recent days, I've noticed, a lot of the protests, racially induced protests, and I'm not griping at people for feeling like they need to protest by any means. That's not my point. But I think what we always need to consider is what we may be leaving behind. If we throw off something, let's consider what we're throwing off and what we're putting on. I know it's important in Scripture. It talks about putting off the old man, putting on the new. And in secular life, we talk about turning over a new leaf, getting rid of some bad things, putting on some new things. I think we always need to consider, what is the new thing we're putting on? I believe we live in a great time, great place. I believe this country is a great place. We have our flaws, our problems, yes. We got people who have problems. We got people who are racially bigoted on all sides of the issues. But we're still a great country. Generally, the laws and so forth of our country are pretty good. But there are people who complain about God and the way God is. They complain about the Lord and what he has and what he is. And I think, what do you want to put in his place? With what will you replace him? I think it's an important question to answer in our lives and to think about. Because sometimes when we throw off something we don't like, we're throwing off with it some of the very best things we've got. It's always a reason for caution. Should we work to correct the things that are amiss? Sure. Should we work on our hearts a bit? Absolutely. Should we get our thinking straight? Without a doubt. But be careful what you throw away. Because what you throw away may take away some of the very best things in your life. It's interesting to me that people want to reject the Lord when he's the one that provides so much for us. It's kind of like people who sometimes want to protest against a country. Be careful now. Because the country itself may be what's providing you the opportunity to be what you are, do what you do, and even to protest a little bit. Just a word of caution to think about, consider carefully, make sure you're not throwing away the best things you've got in life. Life is awfully good, even in the midst of a COVID pandemic, racial insecurities, political troubles, whatever it might be. There's an awful lot of good in life. Think about it today. And before you throw away, make sure you're keeping the very best things and holding on to them. Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of life. So there we are. Hold on to it. Keep it safe. And I hope you're having a great day. This is a great day. It's a beautiful day. Maybe the best day of the week, they say. And I hope it's one that blesses your life. And while you're being blessed, like I said, go and bless somebody else along the way as well. Make their day. I'm glad you were with me today. We'll look forward to more things as we go a little further down the road. Thanks for being with me today.